Let's get to some Carney stuff because it's the headline, and I want to hit the two things that came out of the meeting yesterday. And if I'm understanding correctly, and I may have missed a lot of it because cell service is very spotty here, and the Starlink only works if I have my Jeep running. That Mark Carney met with Donald Trump, and nothing quite came of it except we're going to keep talking again. Is that basically what happened? Somebody bring me up to speed. I think that's what happened. But from that came a lot of think pieces from people who want to make more out of the meeting where they agree to keep talking. And then I don't think they talk in the interim. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Mark Carney said a couple of weeks ago, "Oh, I text Trump all the time." Sure you do. Sure you do. But now people have said that, this is fun. A body analysis expert says there's lots of confidence when body language experts' analysis of Carney's shift in the Trump meetings. Mark Carney, the one body language expert describes it as a tutorial in political communication and composure. This expert, don't hire her if you need like pre-trial coaching or anything. Robin Braley, body language expert and president of Unimark Creative, said in an interview with CTV News, Carney and Trump gave us a really interesting tutorial today in a very different way than most politicians do. Carney called Trump transformative.
Of course he did.
What Carney did was really masterful in that he was very busy, active listening. What is that? Did he nod? What's that?
I mean, did you guys see the part where Trump starts talking about not taking away children and changing their sex in the way
We're going to show that clip. We're going to show it next.
Yes. Okay, watch that body language, Canada, and tell me that Mark Carney wasn't some sort of uncomfortable, because of course he is uncomfortable. But what we have is a Mark Carney who goes to Washington, sits down with Donald Trump, absolutely fangirls. You're a transformative leader, Donald Trump.
Again,
You've done
after campaigning against him.
Yeah. That's right. And then comes back home to Canada and sidles up to people like Doug Ford, who says big orange man bad. And
David Eby.
But that's right. That's exactly right. But then to watch Donald Trump riff, like I love nothing more than a Donald Trump press conference live where he just like talks off the top of his head. And did he ever give Mark Carney the gears? I'm actually delighted that in his way, Donald Trump gave Mark Carney the playbook for success with working for America. And what Donald Trump told Mark Carney was get rid of the wokeness in Canada. Donald Trump said, we got rid of the wokeness in America and look how well we're doing. Well, Mark Carney just sat in his chair and squirmed. It was an incredible moment. I love every time Mark Carney goes to Washington, D.C. I can't wait to see how it went down. And this is just, we just got to watch it.
Look at his body language. Now, I don't have to be, we'll watch this with the sound on in a second. I don't have to be a body language expert to see that leaning away and then your hands in like a defensive praying mantis posture does not exude
legs crossed.
Confidence. Like he looks defensive,
legs crossed,
scared,
yes, closed off, yes,
slightly repulsed. And he's got the weird praying mantis, osteoporotic 80-year-old woman posture that I just find so unappealing as a woman. But, there's somebody out there for everybody. And Mark Carney was able to find that equally praying mantis type woman for him. But just as you're watching this exchange where Trump is given Carney, the passive aggressive, what for on transgenderism, knowing full well that Carney's daughter is now a boy. Look at the posture and then tell me that this exudes confidence. Let's watch.
I think we have great leadership, but we also have great policy. We have strong borders. We have no men and women's sports. We have, basic things. We're not going to take your child away and change the sex of your child. We're not going to do things like that. What they're doing to the country is so incredible. And they got away
My
with it
goodness.
with all their woke crap, and now it's stopped. And we have a country that's based on common sense and strength and intelligence. I mean, we have the United States of America, and I say it all the time. Other leaders have told me this. Mark hasn't yet, but I think he would. A year ago, we were a dead country, and now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world. Maybe Canada. I'll give Canada, but because I do like Canada.
Okay, that is some kind of body language, but that is, Mark Carney, the second Trump sort of started talking about transgenderism in women's sports, it was like all of a sudden he got this like bitter taste in his mouth. He sort of turns
he looks
away
down,
like instantly.
He
was like, dang.
He starts navel gazing. Just be like, please let it be over quickly. Please don't let him say anything too far off the cuff. And then he does. And the way that his head snaps back when he talks about taking people's children and changing their gender, like Mark Carney, sorry to break it to you, but somebody stole your daughter and changed her
or you
gender.
let them, or you gave them. I'm not sure.
Right.
Which.
When you weren't looking, or you were complicit, because it was the thing to do with your progressive, fancy, elite, dinner party crew. In any case, Mark Carney got a good dose of truth from Donald Trump, who said America went from, a non-functional country to common sense, strength, and intelligence. And this is what we are also looking for in Canada, okay? We are so done with ineffective liberal rule, declaring from on high that they know what's best for us, that they're, just sit down, regular, normal, everyday Canadians, and let the government handle it. Donald Trump is saying, make common sense decisions and you'll do better as a country. Mark Carney can't help but take that home and think on it now. So we'll see what happens.
I'm still thinking about CTV. Finding somebody who would say that exchange right there exuded confidence from Mark Carney, as though we can't see it for ourselves. We got CTV wanted to somehow polish the turd of that press conference right there from a Canadian perspective. And they found someone to say, don't believe your own eyes. Believe this Orwellian baloney that what you saw there, the flinching, the recoiling, the tense gripping of his hands, like his hands were so tightly clutching each other that his knuckles were white, that exudes confidence and friendliness. There's something wrong with the mainstream media. Something real wrong with them.
That incredible.
Okay. I think my internet is starting to fall apart, but
yep, we know it. I mean, we know it. This is not news to us. Trust revolutionated the complicated body language of Mark Carney. Hi.
Yes.